Now it's time for Jared and Katie's War of the Roses call on 107.5 KZL, the #1 hit music station.
Hey, Jared, Katie, Jason, man kisser Matt, and intern Hugs. Got us all in there.
Wow.
Love you guys, and I wish I was emailing you under different circumstances. My wife, Jenny, of 6 years, has gone off the deep end. She quit her good-paying job about 6 months ago, sat around for a few months, and then told me, didn't ask me, told me that she wanted to go work at Hooters.
Huh.
I told her that I thought it was inappropriate as she is a mother of 2 small kids and a freaking college graduate. She ignored me and started about 2 months ago, and now she's never home. She has to close sometimes and doesn't get home until 4 or 5 a.m. I feel like she's up to something. I just don't get it. Will you do a War of the Roses call for me? It is driving me crazy. Alan, and they live in Winston-Salem.
And we do have Alan on the phone. Alan, this is such a bizarre scenario.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So all of a sudden, she has a good-paying job. She's in the corporate world, and she's like, "I'm going to work at Hooters."
Yeah, she didn't even bother really talking it out with me. She just kind of told me.
Had she been unhappy at her job before? I mean, did you know any of that leading up to this, or she just kind of one day came home and said, "Oh, by the way, I quit"?
She just one day came home and said, "I quit." And
Okay.
I was like, "Why?" And I don't know. She's changed a lot recently, and I just can't explain. Just something in my gut tells me something's not right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, hold on one second. You still wants to do the call?
Yeah.
All right, hold on one second.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak with Jenny?
This is she.
Hey, Jenny, glad to get you on the phone. This is Virginia calling from. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. Hey, listen, I wanted to let you know, because you are a great customer at we got your information from your credit card company, and we are offering you a free getaway weekend for 2, no strings attached.
Oh.
And
Well, that's great.
yeah, it's sometimes we make these phone calls and people think, oh, great, what do I have to buy or what do we have to pay? Nothing. I'm telling you up front, no strings attached. All we need is a little bit of information from you, and we can get your trip booked, okay?
Well, that sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, so we have Jenny. We have your information, your credit card company. They didn't sell it to us. We just we have a deal where we pick at random one lucky customer a month. And so we have your information. All I need to know for travel vouchers, who is it that you'd be interested in taking with you?
Oh, well, I'm going to take a gentleman named Jeff.
All right. Does it go by, is it Jeff?
His last name. I mean, it's, it's my sugar daddy.
Okay. All right. Does he go by Jeff? Or
Jenny, how could you do this?
What, Alan? Well,
How could you do this? How could you do this?
Why?
Myself and the kids.
I'm a little confused. Why are you on the phone?
Been nothing but faithful to you. I don't deserve this.
I don't understand. What is this? Some sort of trick?
How could you do this to me? How could you do this to the kids?
I don't even. I don't want to talk about this with you or at all. If you're not going to tell me what the hell is going on right now, then there's no reason for me to continue staying on the phone. Do you have an intention of telling me what's going on right now? Hello?
Jeff?
Hello?
Jeff's your sugar daddy?
Yeah? Well, you're certainly not.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Well, for someone who seems to have gone through a lot of trouble to get me on the phone, you're not having a lot to say, are you?
I'm stunned. That you're doing this to me. You just don't really think that your wife's going to be cheating on you.
Well,
I'm bewildered.
I
don't even know what to say.
I guess, it's because there's nothing to say. I had to get some enjoyment out of my life somewhere. And so that's where it is. I don't
That's just
even
the way
think
it
this is too much of a shock if you looked at how things were going. Like, it's not interesting. It's not enjoyable. It's not fun. So what is it that you think would be going on? I mean, hello, wake up.
We're gonna jump in here. This is Jared and Katie from Jared and Katie in the Morning on 107.5 KZL.
This is rough.
Yeah, Jenny, I don't understand how you could be so cold towards somebody.
Well, I don't understand why this is even on the radio.
Well, your husband was worried that you're cheating.
A lot of not understanding.
Well, your husband was worried you were cheating because you just told him you're going to work at Hooters and you're gone all night, and then he offer you a trip, and all of a sudden you're taking this guy, and you have no remorse, and you just want to do what's fun and what's best for you. It's just I don't know you, but it's extraordinarily selfish.
Well, if he had a problem with me working there, he could have spoken up. He has a real problem with speaking up ever. So he did nothing. He was like, oh, so you're working at Hooters. I mean, give me a break.
Jenny,
You don't know me.
At some point were you gonna, you seem very okay with the way that things are going down right now. At some point were you ever going to tell your husband that it was over or that you wanted it to be over?
At this point, actually, it's none of your business. And I, was trying to enjoy my life, which my husband is fairly prohibitive of. And he doesn't even care enough to mention how he's feeling without getting someone on the radio. So I don't really see how any of that would have anything to do with how I'm acting right now. It's actually not surprising at all.
So if your husband doesn't talk enough, then that means you can go and cheat on him?
I don't get it.
Well, I appreciate you making it sound that simple. Maybe you just have 2 steps in every event that happens in your life, but there were many more things that happened in mine.
Well, we don't know all the details, but I don't know. You see it more and more, just men and women being selfish about what's easy for them. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their situation.
There's nothing easy about living in that house.
I just thought that's where communication came in. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
And then why wouldn't you say something to him? Say something like, hey, you're not communicating. You just quit your job, work at Hooters, and then find a sugar daddy. It's inappropriate for anyone who's in any sort of relationship, especially a marriage with kids.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're the appropriate police. But if he really needed to talk to me, he could have tried to do that on his own instead of dragging whoever you are into it. So, I don't really owe you anything. I don't, at this point, after this, owe him anything.
Alan, what do you think?
Yeah, I guess he wanted the information. He's got it.
Alan, what do you think?
Unfortunately, this confirms a lot. At this point, I just got to figure out where to go from here.
If you would like Jared and Katie to do one of their War of the Roses calls for you, simply email Katie at 1075kzl.com.